Diego. This is Laura Jane, your hostess with the mostest for What's Happening in San Diego, your weekly podcast from Hapnyn.com. We are recording at Thunderbird Analog Recording Studio in beautiful South Oceanside, and I have a vivacious, gorgeous, talented woman of power across from me. Her name is Whitney Shay.
Hello!
Well, before you get to know Whitney, we are going to play the opening track from her new record. It's called A Woman Rules the World, and this track is titled Ain't No Weak Woman. Let's hear it.
When I was green and not too keen, I got a taste of my situation. So much to pay with each mistake, under constant observation. Don't write me off before we're through, 'cause honey, you ain't seen what I can do. You may have tried to hold me under, but I'm coming up for air. I may have had a weak moment, that doesn't make me a weak woman. I may have had a weak moment, that doesn't make me a weak woman. 'Cause I have never been afraid of you, after all the things you put me through. No, I ain't afraid of anything. No, I ain't no weak woman. Established lies got you hypnotized and believe in their deception. Don't be so scared, 'cause we're self-aware. It's time for some re-education. Ain't no shame in playing fair. The taste is so much sweeter when it's shared. You've gotta make time to change for the better, or time will make a fool out of you. I may have had a weak moment, that doesn't make me a weak woman. I may have had a weak moment, that doesn't make me a weak woman. 'Cause I have never been afraid of you, after all the things you put me through. No, I ain't afraid of anything. No, I ain't no weak woman. Hey, now. I may have had a weak moment, that doesn't make me a weak woman. I may have had a weak moment, that doesn't make me a weak woman. 'Cause I have never been afraid of you, after all the things you put me through. No, I ain't afraid of anything. No, I ain't no weak. Yes, I have never been afraid of you, after all the things you put me through. No, I ain't afraid of anything. No, I ain't no weak woman. Hey, now.
All right, that was phenomenal. Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, woman, tell me the story of this song. How did it come to your life?
So I kind of had the hook to this song in my head for a while. The hook being, I may have had a weak moment, but that doesn't make me a weak woman. And I had that stuck in my head for a long time. And then my songwriting partner, my friend Adam Eros, and I got together with the intention to write tunes in general, but kind of specifically for a new album for me. And this was the first tune that we wrote and came together with. And this one just kind of came naturally. And it's funny because I didn't go in with the intent to make an album that was, about female empowerment, but that's just kind of the direction that it went. And I think it's really fitting for the time that we're in right now. So it's kind of, it all worked out for the best, right? That's how it happens, I think.
Well, that's a theme that is consistent because it is hard to be a woman.
Right.
And it has always been that way, but I do love the empowerment vibe that's happening globally right now. And you're right. You just struck a nerve with that. That's like perfect timing indeed. You go, girl.
I played a wedding last night, and the father of the bride said that 2018 is the year of the woman. And I agree with him. I think that is true. I think so. I'll ride the wave while I can, but I think it's the era of the woman, as opposed to just the year. Because we deserve more than a year.
Well, and we are on Mother Earth.
I like how you think.
Yes. She's a beautiful thing. Well, I was at the San Diego Music Awards just a couple weeks ago, and I watched you seem a little surprised to win your second Best Blues Artist Award in a row. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome. It was really great this year because I don't know, this year is just really starting off with a bang, just with all the things. But it was amazing because I got to perform with my band at the Music Awards and got to, we did the Ain't No Weak Woman song actually at the show. So it was really cool to play an original tune that I had written, with my band, and then to win an award like literally right afterwards. It was just kind of surreal. So it was a great moment, a great night.
Did it come in a blur, or do you remember everything crisply?
I remember it pretty crisply. I was standing backstage with the band, and then they said that. They were like, "Oh my God, go!" So, and then there's a really great picture that somebody took of me just like hugging Jay Otis and Ron Denifu, who are both with Jazz 88, and Jazz 88 is amazing. They're so supportive of the community, and I've had such good fortune for them to like be supportive of me all over the years, playing, different things that I've recorded on and stuff. And so I'm looking forward to them playing my new record too. So
excellent. Well, you have definitely been on a roll for the last, I don't know, ever since I became aware of you.
Do you remember that I used to come before I was singing with bands? I came to your karaoke night at the bar in Hillcrest. I don't know if you remember this, with my friend Jude and Davey and Paloma and my friend Butch. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
This is like before we knew each other.
That's true. Yeah.
This is before I was ever singing with bands. Like, I remember that, like, right when I stopped doing musical theater, I was just kind of starting to get into, like, going to karaoke and, like, hanging out. And then shortly thereafter, I started singing with bands. But I totally remember, before I even knew you, coming to your karaoke night.
Yeah.
I remember we came to the last one that you did. What was that bar in Hillcrest?
Gossip Grill.
No, before Gossip Grill.
Oh, The Flame?
No. It was like a small one.
Oh, Wits End.
Wits End. That was it. Wits End. I came there.
All right.
I'm glad you knew.
Yeah. Well, I've done karaoke at a lot of bars in Hillcrest.
You're the honorary Hillcrestian.
I know. I like keeping my toes in the neighborhood as much as I can.
The neighborhood has the best shopping and food. My favorite day, I just had it the other day with my really good friend. We go to Tandoori Hut for $9.99 lunch buffet, and then we go to Buffalo Exchange and Flashbacks for thrift shopping afterwards.
Oh, yes. That's a great combo.
A dream day.
That is. And everything's so close in that neighborhood, too. Lots of great things. Well, when I first became aware of you as a member of the blues community, I should say, was when you were working with Robin Henkel. Mm-hmm. Now, tell me, how did that start? He's such a sweetheart.
Oh, Robin Henkel he's such a gem in San Diego. It's funny. I knew Robin kind of through some friends, and I started taking guitar lessons from Robin, actually.
Okay.
And I was the worst guitar student ever. I mean, I would go in, because I never practiced, I would go into a lesson with him, and we would end up talking like 75% of the lesson. Just like, oh, I played this gig. And he always says, like, you know, we would come in and we would talk about music and he'd be like, oh, I played this gig, I booked this show, I did this, you know, but I didn't practice. So I didn't progress very far in guitar, but it just kind of worked out. We started talking, and then one night he invited me to come sit in with this band. I think at Humphreys was the first time. And then now we've been playing together for probably 5 years now, I would say. And it's kind of become a wonderful partnership. And we share a lot of taste in music together. And I've really learned a lot from him because he's, you know, been around for a long time. And he's just a wonderful soul. So.
Do you write with him as well? Or?
No. You know, this year is really the first time I've written, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I've struggled with that because I'd never really played an instrument. I was always, you know, and growing up I did musical theater, so I sang, danced, acted, you know, did a lot of different things, but never had like music theory or traditional like instrumental training. So I always felt like a hindrance because of that. And so this year I've really I wrote a song on my original album, and I wrote poetry in high school and college, but I never wrote songs. So now really my focus the last, you know, year or so has been to write more. And so maybe I'll write something with Robin soon. I mean, that's my goal. I'm trying to make it a point to make more time to write. So
I understand that struggle.
I know you do.
Yeah, because it's busy hustling out there in the world. All right, let's talk about another one of your songs, and this one's called Blues Down Home. Is this also off of A Woman Rules the World?
This is on A Woman Rules the World. So this is a Dinah Washington song. It's a cover, actually. Okay. It's we did a really cool arrangement of this. Jim Pugh, who actually was the organist and keyboard player for Robert Cray for 25 years and toured with Etta James and has played with everyone, played on my record, and he actually runs the record label that my record's going to be out on called Little Village Foundation. So he does some amazing organ parts on this that I just love.
All right, let's take a listen. This is Blues Down Home.
Down home there's a feeling that you get whenever people hear the blues. Yeah, down home there's a feeling that you get whenever people hear the blues. I'll get it, you'll get it, she'll get it, he'll get it, we'll get it, they'll get it whenever they play the blues. Down home the blues are gritty, not the kind that's watered down. I said down on the blues are gritty, they're not the kind that's watered down. I'll feel it, you'll feel it, she'll feel it, he'll feel it, we'll feel it, they'll feel it whenever they play the blues. Oh yeah. Down home, you got to play those blues from down home. That's the blues, that's the blues from down home. you'll feel it, they'll feel it. That's the boots on down home.
This podcast is brought to you by Hapnyn. Looking for something to do? Whether it's live music, dancing, theater, comedy, karaoke, trivia night, burlesque, interpretive dancing, you name it, you can find it on hapnyn.com. Visit hapnyn.com to find out what's happening near you. Well, that was wonderful. What is going on with that sax solo?
Oh, my God. So the sax player on my record is Sax Gordon Beadle, and he is from Boston. And I met him actually, God, was that year and a half ago, I think, in Brazil. Actually, we met when I was touring with my friend Igor Prado, and we played on the same festival together. We played a couple shows together, actually. And he's amazing. I've never seen a sax player who can play. I mean, he was schooled. He went to Berklee School of Music, but he tries not to tell people that because he really understands that, like, honkin' blues, you know, screaming like sax. I mean, he could do, you know, Junior Park, like he can do all the stuff. But he's a performer and he's such a showman. And I was like, when I was doing a record and I flew up to San Jose to do this record, I'm like, I have to get him. He's like the one that I want. And he added so much to the song and the record in general.
I love it. Thank you for turning us on to Blues Down Home.
Yeah.
So you have been traveling a lot. You were in, you said Brazil?
Yeah. So I've been to Brazil 4 times, actually, and I've been to Argentina once. And actually, I'm booking a tour right now in Argentina in July.
Wow.
So, and hopefully Brazil, too, in July. I'm going to try to do both. I'm going to hopefully be gone most of the month of July. So.
Wow. So South America is keen for the blues?
You know, it's amazing. The first time I got to go a couple years ago, I played my first gig in Brazil was the biggest blues festival in South America, or one of the biggest. And it was like, I mean, thousands of people. And they made cups with my face on them, you know? That's like Whitney Shay. It was like, to go somewhere and have that happen was just unbelievable. And, it was, Brazil just has this incredible energy. The first time I went, I just felt so at home there with the people, and the musicians that I've been fortunate to work with are all like really young, really like just great energy, and they just love this music. I mean, you know, the great thing about blues and, you know, soulful music like that is it's a universal language, you know. It was weird when I played my set, and then afterwards at this festival, we went to this little bar, and there's basically a jam session, and there was musicians from Argentina, Chile, Brazil, like all over, and they're all in this bar, and nobody speaks English, but they're singing in English. They're singing blues in English, and I was tripping out. I'm like, where am I? What is happening right now?
So, did you bring your music? Did they buy a bunch of your CDs?
Yeah, they bought, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that's so killer.
Yeah, it's
so you've got people in Brazil and Argentina playing your records right now.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
I love it.
Crazy to think about.
I'm so happy that you're traveling the world and that music is bringing you there. And Igor is coming back to San Diego for you.
Yes, we're going to get to play together. I'm so excited.
Tell us about that.
So we're playing the Gator by the Bay Festival.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. What day are you playing?
Friday, May 11th.
Oh, I'm playing Saturday, May 12th.
Excellent.
So then I'm off Friday, May 11th. I'm going to come see you.
All right.
With the Tighten-Ups?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's our first time. We're very excited.
Oh, you're going to kill it.
Yeah,
of course.
It's going to be right at sunset on the Bourbon Street stage.
Oh,
so.
That's the best stage. I love that stage. That's my favorite. It's right by the food court. It's awesome.
Oh, cool.
I've played that stage every year except for this year, actually.
Well, tell me a little bit about what you have planned with Igor Prado for Gator by the Bay on Saturday, May 12th.
So we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to do like a little meet and greet at the VIP stage. We're going to do a set. It's kind of being called Blues in Brazil, and Peter just wants us to talk about kind of basically that, like the blues and how it's influenced by Brazilian music and kind of Igor's journey, because it's interesting. He's actually going through some changes musically for him right now, and he's really exploring the correlation between samba music and traditional Brazilian music and kind of blending that with blues. And he's doing some great things. I mean,
Wow.
Igor is an amazing, incredible musician, and I'm fortunate. I have a really good friend who I'm sure you know, John Riley, who is a big music fan, and he is kind of the one who introduced me to Igor when I played at Doheny a couple years ago. And Igor and his band were staying at his house, and he said, "Hey, you got to come hear this girl." And so they woke up to come see me do the breakfast set at Doheny, and that's how I met them.
Wow.
And then a couple months later, Igor's like, "Would you like to come to Brazil?" And I said, "Oh my goodness, yes, please." So, so now I've been, quite a few times, and it's every time I go now when I go, it's like the people I play with and are my family basically. I mean, it's just we have such a great time. And yeah, and so our main set is going to be on the main stage. I'm trying to work some things out, so a special guest, so I don't want to say too much about that until I have it all confirmed, but it's going to be really good. I'll say that. It's already good because Igor's coming, so.
And it's already good because
I'm going to be
are
there,
there.
so. Well, you could say that. I wasn't going to say.
Well, let's do a song that you actually have on your new record, A Woman Rules the World. Buy it. Oh, where can they buy it, by the way?
So it's not going to be out until July 15th.
Oh, I thought it was already out.
No, it's not out. No, I've just been building up the buzz.
Okay.
So this is a sneak preview of songs nobody's heard yet.
Ooh la la, we are so lucky.
Yeah. So it's going to be out on the Little Village Foundation, which is the record label that is doing my record. And the release date is July 15th.
July 15th. And
Yes.
you'll be able to buy that on your website?
On Spotify, iTunes. Well, let's not say Spotify. Let's say iTunes, CD Baby. Let's say the ones where you can buy music and support the artist, right?
Exactly.
If you want to stream, that's cool too. I appreciate, the streaming services and stuff. But if you want to support real music and musicians that do it, I say buy people's records. I buy records still.
Me too. And it's always great when you've got a band from out of town and you buy their stuff because it's literally buying them breakfast the next day.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is a duet with Igor Prado,
Yeah.
and this is called Love's Creeping Up on You.
I was waiting for the light to change, going up Fifth Avenue. Hey, conversation with my coffee. I feel it
Well, that was excellent. Thank you, Whitney. Thank you, Igor.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Creepin'.
I was looking for, I really wanted to do a duet with Igor on the record because, you know, it's funny. He doesn't really, I don't know why. He's a great singer, but he's always like been a guitar player and doesn't really sing. And always, because he says he works with so many great singers, why would he want to sing? But like, I mean, he's one of the best male blues singers I've heard, you know, and I think his blues singing is really good. And I really wanted to like be able to do something with him because we've collaborated in Brazil and stuff. So I really wanted to include him on this record. So I was like, okay, we're going to write a duet for us. And that's kind of how it happened. And we did. And the tune kind of came pretty organically. This is the last tune that we wrote for the record, my friend Adam and I. And I'm really proud of it. It's actually one of my favorites on the album. The thing that I love about this album, it's kind of a mixture because I'm trying to get, it's one of my first forays into writing, and I wanted to get more into the songwriting, but I didn't want to just write songs to write songs. I wanted them to be really good. And I think that the balance of covers and originals on this song, I think the originals are as good as the covers. And that made me really proud because it's scary to write songs.
Yeah.
My God. I don't want to just write a song that's just, you know, I lost my shoe and now I'm blue or something. You know, I wanted to write something meaningful with lyrics that had hooks and cool melodies. And so I'm really proud of the record, and it's my first record in 6 years. And my first record I did with a great producer named Archie Thompson, but I was just kind of beginning my musical journey at that time, and I didn't really know who I was and what kind of music I wanted to make. And now I feel like this is the record that I've been wanting to make for a long time.
Well, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I don't know how you went from musical theater to the blues, but I'm really glad that you did.
Oh, well, thank you.
Because having fresh blues voices to listen to is really a lovely thing.
Especially women, right?
Well,
Ladies.
yeah. Well, anybody that brings,
that's true.
brings something, you know, new and fresh to the blues, it's just exciting. And I'm looking forward to your journey and whatever you plan on doing. So I know you're planning a trip in July back down to South America,
Yeah.
but where do you see in the beyond that? What's coming up for maybe next year?
So my goal for the last couple years, my dream has really been to tour in Europe. And I really didn't want to tour. In general, I was really afraid of like pursuing touring until I really felt like an artist. You know, I didn't want to just be like someone who just sings other people's songs. You know, I really want to have my own style, my own sound. And I feel like now at this point in my career, like I kind of know what my style is, what my sound is. And having this record that I'm really proud of and that is really good, I think will help me kind of make that leap and make that transition. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But I really, touring is really like my next goal. I really haven't done a ton of it. I say that. I've been to South America a few times, and I've been to Mexico, and I've been up to the Bay Area a little bit. But I mean, I really haven't toured in the States at all. And I have not toured in Europe, and that's my next goal, is to really do that. So hopefully, we'll see.
All right. Well, it's a lot of fun making friends around the world.
I know. Facebook is a great thing. I've met quite a few. Actually, I have a friend from Italy who's a guitar player who's coming to do some gigs with me in May. Yeah, the end of May. So Igor's coming. I have a Brazilian guitar player coming, and then I have an Italian guitar player coming. So gonna have a lot of international people. And then in June, I'm going up to the Bay Area to go play with my friend Aki Kumar, who's from India. He's on my record. And then Kid Anderson, I'll probably go up and play with him, who's the producer of my record. And he's from Norway. So I got all these international cats.
Way to go, baby. Yeah. That'll be your gateway to the world.
I guess so.
I mean, you can't help it. You got to get out there. It's beautiful.
Got all these people around the world who love the blues. What can we say?
It's true. It's the people's music. Being human. It can be a bitch.
Yes, that's true. Well, that's what I always say. Like, people around the world love the blues because it's catharsis, right? It's that purging of that sadness that we've all gone through. Everybody's gone through shit. But everybody's been through stuff in their lives. And I think, you know, I mean, look, I wasn't a black man in the South in the 1930s and 40s and 50s. I mean, I always say I'm a guest to this music. I am an appreciator. I would say appreciation, not appropriation, right? That's like really important. And I think it's really important to know the history of the music that you come from. I mean, because I love this music so much. But I think that everyone has gone through stuff. So whereas I may not have that cultural or racial history to go along with that music, I mean, I have my own things that I've been through that I can bring to the music too, and I can bring my love and appreciation of the history to it. And I hope one of the best compliments I've ever gotten from anyone was telling me years ago that I was very genuine. And I try to bring that to music too. I try to bring just my genuine heart and self into everything I do. And I hope that comes across. And I hope that if you can affect somebody with what you're doing and show them how much love and passion and heart you have in your music and how much you're putting into your art, then, I mean, God, we're lucky what we can do, right? We get to make people happy by expressing ourselves creatively. So.
Yep. Takes people up and out and beyond and connects on a very primal level.
Yes.
Like dancing, romancing, music.
I was like, what are you going to rhyme with romancing? Dancing, romancing, prancing,
food.
lancing. Sorry.
Well, I'm waiting for your new Lancing the Boils song. No, I'm not. But, you know.
That could be a Tighten Up song, I think.
Yes.
I think it should.
We put humor in a lot of our music for sure.
Lancing the Boils by Laura Jane.
That's right. Don't try this at home. Oh my gosh. I am amazed sometimes at the inspiration for songwriting. Writing a song about anything, you know. But when I write something for humor, also, like you said, it comes from a genuine place inside you. I'm a big goofball.
Yeah.
So I go for the joke, you know, as much as I go for the heart. It can be a gift or a burden, depending on how it goes. But my audience really responds. And I love to watch the audience respond to you when you're up on stage, because you are a ball of energy, woman.
Takes one to know one, man.
Well, it's magnificent. So continue to just
I love that we got to
slay.
sing some Blondie songs the other night. That was fun.
Oh, that was great. We did a undercover night at the office the last Monday of every month. They do these undercover cover show nights with a lot of really great San Diego musicians and singers, and Whitney and I were both asked to sing Blondie songs.
Which was fun because that was the first all-female cast
I know,
they had.
I can't believe they haven't done that before.
I know.
That was a great thrill. Well, I hope we get to be on stage together again someday.
So. That would be so much fun, man.
Indeed. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you, and I want the people to know how to follow you. So please give us your social media and website information.
So my website is whitneyshay.com. That's WhitneyShay.com. My artist page on Facebook is facebook.com/Whitney Shay Sings. Pretty much everything, all my social media handles are at Whitney Shay Sings. So Instagram, you know, SoundCloud, I think, YouTube. It's, So if you and they're all linked through my website. So if you don't remember all that, you can just go to my website and click on the links. That's great.
Wonderful.
Thank you
Such
for
a
having
thrill
me.
To meet you and here at the studio again. I know we've met many times, but I'm really glad that you're
we've
here.
Never gotten to talk for a long time before.
I know we're always working.
Yes.
But I'm very, very looking forward to hearing the entire A Woman Rules the World CD that is coming out on July 15th this year. And name the record label again.
Little Village Foundation.
Little Village Foundation record label. So just watch her. She's going to soar. Miss Whitney Shay.
Yay.
Yay! Thank you for coming to Thunderbird Analog Recording Studio.
Everybody should come visit Thunderbird. It's awesome.
Yes. All right.
Those are real.